Have you ever pondered about the life of Benjamin Netanyahu before he became a household name? Our tale begins in 1949 in the bustling city of Tel Aviv, Israel, where Benjamin Netanyahu first opened his eyes to the world. Born into a family of intellectuals, his father, a renowned historian, and his mother, a passionate educator, young Benjamin was nurtured in an environment that valued knowledge and intellect. As a child, he was an eager learner, showing signs of academic prowess that would later shape his life. His thirst for knowledge was not confined to the borders of Israel. In his late teens, Benjamin ventured across the Atlantic to the United States, a move that would play a pivotal role in shaping his worldview. In the land of opportunities, he enrolled at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, commonly known as MIT. Here, he dived into the world of architecture and management, immersing himself in a culture of innovation and intellectual rigor, honing his analytical skills and strategic thinking. However, his life was not entirely consumed by academia. Benjamin had another side to him, a side that was tested in the crucible of Israel's military. He served in the elite commando unit Sayeret Matkal, an experience that instilled in him a spirit of courage and resilience. Here he faced the harsh realities of conflict, shaping him into a man of action and decision. Yet as we delve deeper into his life, we find a blend of intellectual prowess and military valor, a combination that would usually mark the making of a leader. But could this be the foundation for something far more sinister? Netanyahu's early life was a blend of academic prowess and military valor, but was this the making of a leader or something far more sinister? From the commando unit to the corridors of power, how did Netanyahu's political journey unfold? The story of Benjamin Netanyahu's political rise is one that's deeply intertwined with a personal tragedy. It was the death of his older brother, Yonatan, in the famed Operation Entebbe that propelled Netanyahu into the political arena. Yonatan's sacrifice became a beacon, urging Netanyahu to take up the mantle of leadership, to fight for the safety and security of his homeland, Israel. Netanyahu was not an unknown face in Israel, but his entry into politics was a seismic shift. He joined the right-wing Likud party, his charisma and eloquence making him a force to be reckoned with. His rise within the party was meteoric, his voice a clarion call for a stronger, more secure Israel. The world stage beckoned next, with Netanyahu appointed as Israel's ambassador to the United Nations. Here, he championed Israel's cause, his speeches resonating with power and conviction. Netanyahu proved himself a skilled diplomat, his political acumen evident in his ability to navigate the turbulent waters of international politics. But it was in 1996 that Netanyahu's star truly rose. He was elected as Prime Minister, the youngest person to ever hold the position. His victory was not without controversy, but it was a testament to his political prowess, his ability to rally people behind his vision. From the commando unit to the corridors of power, Netanyahu's political journey was indeed a formidable one. But as he climbed the ladder of power, questions began to arise. Was his rise merely the result of his skills and charisma? Or was there something more, a darker force perhaps, guiding his ascent? Netanyahu's rapid political ascent was nothing short of extraordinary, but was there a darker force at play behind the scenes? Power and controversy often go hand in hand, but in Netanyahu's case, did the controversies hint at a more ominous truth? Benjamin Netanyahu's political career has been a minefield of controversies, each one more incriminating than the last. Among the most notable is the accusation of corruption that has dogged him for years. Netanyahu, along with his wife, has been accused of accepting lavish gifts from billionaires, charges that the couple vehemently denies. Yet the allegations persist, casting a dark shadow over his political career. Netanyahu's stance on Palestine has also been a focal point of controversy. His hardline approach and support for Israeli settlements in the West Bank have drawn criticism from around the world. His refusal to back down, despite international pressure, has been seen by many as a disregard for peace and an obstinate adherence to a destructive agenda. And then there's his handling of Iran's nuclear program. Netanyahu has been a vocal critic of the Iran nuclear deal, pushing for more stringent sanctions and military action if necessary. His hawkish stance, critics argue, risks escalating tensions and plunging the region into war. But it's not just his political decisions that have raised eyebrows. Netanyahu's rhetoric, too, has been a cause for concern. His speeches, often filled with fiery language and combative tones, have been accused of stoking division and inciting violence. His political career has also been marked by a seemingly unshakable grip on power. Despite the controversies, Netanyahu has managed to stay at the helm of Israeli politics for over a decade, a feat that has left many wondering about the source of his resilience. So what does this all mean? Some may argue that these controversies are simply the result of political maneuvering, a consequence of being in the public eye. But others see something more sinister. They point to the persistent allegations of corruption, the hardline stance on Palestine, the hawkish approach to Iran, and the divisive rhetoric as signs of a malevolent force at work. Netanyahu's political career has been riddled with controversy. But could these controversies be seen as signs of a greater, more malevolent force at work? Now, let's delve into the heart of the matter. Could Benjamin Netanyahu be the Antichrist, as some conspiracy theorists claim? This audacious theory, one that has been whispered in hushed tones and debated in online forums, is not without its origins and reasons. Conspiracy theorists, always eager to connect the dots, have been known to point towards Netanyahu's influential position and his controversial decisions as possible indicators of a more sinister role. The theory's roots can be traced back to biblical prophecies. The Book of Revelation, often a playground for end-time predictions, speaks of a powerful figure, the Antichrist, who would rise to prominence, deceive many, and play a key role in the end times. Some theorists interpret Netanyahu's political power and influence in the Middle East as a fulfillment of these prophecies. There's also the intriguing matter of the number of the beast, 666. Conspiracy theorists have been known to play number games, attempting to link Netanyahu to this infamous number. While these attempts often involve a good deal of stretching and interpretation, they add fodder to the ongoing speculation. It's important to remember that these interpretations are far from uniform. The Bible's prophetic literature is complex and rich in symbolism, leaving room for a wide range of interpretations. What one sees as a sign of the Antichrist, another might see as mere coincidence or even a misinterpretation. Of course, there's also the question of timing. The Antichrist, according to prophetic tradition, is a figure of the end times. Is it then reasonable to identify any contemporary figure as the Antichrist? This question adds another layer of complexity to the theory and further fuels the debate. While the Antichrist theory is compelling to some, it remains just a theory, a product of speculation and interpretation. After all, theories, especially those steeped in prophecy and speculation, are often as elusive as the truth they seek to uncover. As we delve into the realm of conjecture, it's crucial to remember the power of critical thinking. In our journey today, we've traversed the early life of Benjamin Netanyahu, observed his political rise, scrutinized his career and controversies, and examined the Antichrist theory. Each of these facets offers a unique perspective, a piece of the puzzle, yet they don't necessarily form a definitive answer. We're dealing with a theory that's steeped in religious interpretation, political opinion, and personal belief. As such, it's essential to approach with an open yet questioning mind. Take note of the evidence or lack thereof, and consider the sources of information. Are they credible? Are they unbiased? In the end, the question remains, is Benjamin Netanyahu the Antichrist? It's a question that's as complex as it is controversial. And the answer? Well, that's for you to decide. But remember, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.